Okay, hello everybody, I'm Oliver Hines, aka Dominoes with MaYaN.com. I'm really happy to say we're here with Frank and Mark and Jack from MaYaN. How's it all going?
Great.
You all good?
Yeah, definitely. Good tour here. Nice
Good.
sound check.
Yeah, all good. Have you found British fans so far?
We will experience it. Yeah. That's the first one in the UK actually. So
First MaYaN show in the UK.
Well, actually, I played here last December with another band, and
Yeah.
MaYaN fans then were coming to me.
Oh, okay.
They'll be here probably.
yeah, and also during the Epica show or after the Epica show, quite some Epica fans said they would come here tonight as well.
I hope so, because the Epica show was really good.
Ah, thank you.
Really good.
You haven't heard tonight.
Just wait.
We're excited that you.
Yeah, good. No, I'm looking forward to it. One of the big talking points is that you have a new album coming out soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna balls up the pronunciation. Diana?
John.
John.
Yeah, we also had to look it up.
And you debuted a new song from it, Tornado of Thoughts, the day after I met you, actually, in Tilburg.
Yeah.
How did you find the response to that?
Oh, really good. Really good. I mean, the funny thing is, you see, well, the fans don't know the new songs yet, but they were really, we really had a nice connection when we were playing it with the fans. They were really digging it and having lots of fun.
Yeah.
As did we, and it's really cool to play some more songs live.
Yeah.
Last year we had one song called Hate Me As I Am, and now we're having 2 other songs for the fans, and very cool reaction so far.
Cool.
It's a really high energy song, and you really
definitely
notice it. It's,
Yeah,
that
it
kind of
was.
stuff, you know.
Cool.
It's nice.
Cool. And when is the album coming out?
21st of September. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Still have to record the last bits and pieces, especially the orchestra.
I was going to say you're working with an orchestra again.
Last bit he's saying.
Well, I've heard the more operatic singers, if you like, talking about working with orchestras before, and this sort of, is this one thing they demanded, or was it where you'd worked with an orchestra on the new Epica album, you knew how well it can work? Or?
Yeah, and I noticed what it did with fans and also media. Everybody was asking us about the orchestra on the Epica album, and it sounded amazing. So these 2 aspects together made us decide let's do it too. And even though MaYaN is at this point still a smaller band, we thought if we can manage to make an album that sounds as good as the last Epica album, that would be massive.
Yeah, why not? And in the last few years, it really does seem that MaYaN has, for I don't want to call it a side project, but a smaller band, if you like, it really, like every time I'm on the internet, MaYaN pops up, related videos, MaYaN, War on Terror and all this sort of thing. It's becoming a band that's hard to avoid. And when you're only just on the verge of releasing a 3rd album, when you started with Quarter Past, released 7 years ago now, could you see MaYaN getting this big, or did you envision it as like a one-shot, one album sort of
Stuff
thing?
changed.
Yeah,
It was enthusiasm, and the 3 of us started together, and then, oh whoa, this really clicks.
Yeah.
And let's see where it goes, and we did our best. But the thing was then, because I and Mark are both in Epica, of course, we couldn't do that many shows.
No.
But we wanted to do more shows, so now we took more members into the band, like George, who can fill in for Mark if he...
Yeah.
And when we're together, it's even more fun.
Absolutely, together is extra brutal.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really trying to get the best out of it.
Yeah.
Especially with the upcoming album now.
Yeah, we have the feeling that it's now everything or nothing.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So it was fun for a long time, just fun. But now we also want to see how far we can get with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
It's also a challenge to see.
Yeah.
That's also why we do really basically everything we can to make this album sound as good as possible. And also we talked to Nuclear Blast, they are really into it and they love the idea. So everybody is doing more for the album already than we ever did before.
Okay.
that's all we can do, and then we have to see where it leads to.
Good.
And even if it doesn't happen, then we know we cannot blame ourselves. We did everything we could.
No, there's quite a lot of hype behind this.
Yeah, it's quite special because we started this crowdfunding campaign and the engagement is just massive, has been massively.
Oh, yeah.
We're just blown away. We just added it, I think, a few years ago. A few years. Yeah. That's the tempo that we had a few years, a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were blown away.
Yeah.
It was. We saw what was happening and we thought, is this happening yet? So,
Very cool.
really,
I mean,
really cool.
yeah. I mean, like you say, you've been able to bring more people in. Some people have been able to substitute for others. I mean, like you say, when you're not here, your man George can step in. But what the other additions you have, and it's made a few years ago now, was Henning Basser, and obviously he's busy with Firewind now.
Yeah.
So it's almost like when one door closes, the other one's still closed because you turn around and
The thing is,
someone else is busy.
With Henning, that's a guy. He's such a fantastic singer. So it's almost irreplaceable. So we were looking and we didn't find the right guy. But then there was suddenly this big talent from the United States of America, Adam, and we heard him singing, and we knew this was really this rough diamond. So when he first performed with us, he had played I think only 5 shows so far in his life. So he grew really fast in the meantime, and now he's really already on a very high level.
Cool.
We're really lucky that we found such a guy that because Henning, like you say, is very busy, and we don't want a guy replacing him that's a few levels down.
No.
We want a guy that delivers, that is there and doing a great job. So we're really happy that we found this guy.
Yeah, because Henning sets a high level.
I saw him with Firewind a few months ago. He was amazing.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. One of the things that I've heard you mention, Mark, is that despite the name of the band, lyrically it's more modern, it's more political in a way.
Yeah, especially the last 2 albums.
Yeah.
The new album goes in a slightly different direction.
Oh, okay. What sort of political message are you hoping to get across with MaYaN?
Yeah, on the first 2 albums was also a lot of frustration coming out of how when you see that you are being observed, and that there was many people even they were saying, oh, it's not true, you're lying, you're safe, that you're making things up. But then all this shit came out, and then they were like, oh, you were right. At first, it's always the same thing. You come up with something and they laugh about it. They try to make you look like a fool.
Yeah.
Then everybody knows it and they say, oh, we knew it already.
I mean, come on.
But it's the old saying, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win.
Yeah,
so.
that's basically it. Yeah, but it's hard to sense the things before everybody knows them. And that's what we try to do when we sense something. We write about it, and then it in a way, sadly, it becomes the truth. I would be more happy that it was actually that we were not being spied on. That was all a fantasy.
Yeah, it would be better for all of us if it was more of an Agent Steel kind of thing rather than a documentary. What is it now?
Now comes the mother of all questions.
This is building up here, right?
I've more or less asked most of it, to be honest. The only thing I was also going to comment on was the War of Terror video itself. This is going to sound really stupid. Did you film it with a green screen, or did you film it actually went out and
That's
filmed?
the thing, we didn't film it in front of a green screen, but it was not in Afghanistan.
No, I didn't think it would be Afghanistan somehow.
So it was shot in the Netherlands. Where was it exactly? Because
That was a kind of storage for, I don't know.
It was this big sand, I don't know the right word for it, but...
Yeah, like a desert.
It looked like it there.
But it was actually in the polder in the middle of the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
It was, lots of sand.
Yeah.
Sure, I didn't think anything like that existed in the Netherlands, but then I've never been, so...
No, it's, I guess they dig there for sand or something, so some kind of place.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
But the bomb in the end, it wasn't real.
And the helicopter, I didn't think.
But yeah, we set a high standard with that video, and then
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
the next Fine Paganized, we wanted to do again a video, but then the guy couldn't do it for the same budget anymore. He said, I did this once, and it cost me 3 times as much as you had to pay.
Yeah.
Now I need this, and we wanted to work with him. Then we applied for some funds, and we almost made it, but then they cancelled it. So we said then we rather don't have a video at all.
Yeah.
We didn't want a video that was not as good as the first one.
No, it does make an impact.
Yeah, but for the new album, definitely there are going to be some videos.
Okay, cool. I was wondering if you got any backlash from that video, because there's it's
People disagreeing.
yeah, it doesn't quite fit the American ideal of the soldiers being Superman.
Yeah, but that's also the thing. We always want to show also things that people don't want to hear.
Yeah,
So it's not only the good side that people want to hear, but there's also other things going on. They want to shed a light on these things as well. And it's sometimes uncomfortable to hear about it, but these things happen.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me,
All right.
and I'm looking
Thank you
forward to the
very
show.
much for that.
Thank you too.
Bye now.